Yeah. Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the development basic fundamentals. So in the basic fundamentals, first we'll start from the data types. Okay. So in any programming language, first of all, we have to learn about the database, the data types. Why? Why data types is very, very important means data types are the places where actually our code will be saved. That means certain memory will be allocated into the database if whenever we create certain data types. Okay, we have different kind of data types available. Okay, so before going to start, so from where we actually write the code for the practice purpose. Okay, this is a developer console which I have opened. So here we have to go to debug, open execute anonymous window, or else we can able to use Control E. Okay, I have pressed the Control E. Okay, let me close this. Okay, so this is a execute anonymous window. So here we can able to practice our code. Okay, so whatever the code here we write, that won't be reflected into the database, just only to check the output and to perform certain actions quickly without saving the classes inside the database. We will use this anonymous window. Okay, right now today mostly I will use this anonymous window only to explain about the concepts, okay, of the fundamentals. So in that first concept is called data types. Okay, data type. My data types ante entiది data types ante. Okay, I don't want to go with the um, explanation part of the derivations అంటారు కదా. So derivations I don't want to explain the derivations, just I want to show practically. Integer, okay, x is equals to 10. Okay, let's assume I have written this particular line. Okay, as a developer, most of the people know about this particular sentence. Okay, integer x is equal to 10. But దీని యొక్క మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? దీని యొక్క మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? Integer x is equal to 10 అంటే దీని యొక్క మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? Okay, let's assume. Okay, so here I'll write integer x is equal to 1. So ఈ విధంగా నేను రాసానని చెప్పేసి అనుకోండి. So now what will happens means, let's assume this is a database. Okay, this is a database of our Salesforce. Okay, now in this particular database, yes, in this particular database, whenever we write this particular statement integer x is equal to 1, then what will happens, a memory will be allocated. A memory will be allocated. Okay, with the help of this integer, with the help of this integer data type. So integer will contains only numeric value, numbers. Okay, either it is a positive numbers or else negative numbers. Positive numbers or negative numbers. Okay, but each and every data type contains certain space in the memory. Okay, so ఒక place అనేది allocate అయిపోయింది. Then once the location is allocated for this integer, then we have to exactly provide the address of this particular location. Okay, without that, how we can able to identify this particular location? See, let's assume this is completely a city. Okay, city and చెప్పేసి అనుకుందాం. Okay, let's assume this entire database is a city. So in this city, suppose I am living in XYZ place. Okay, how I can able to ask my friends to come to my home? I need to provide my address. Yes, so I am living XYZ place, so just come here, right? So similarly here also in this database, okay, there is a lot of space available. In that particular space, we have to provide the system that exactly in which place your values are available. So that to mention that particular value, we have to provide the variable name. So this is called a variable name. So what is the major purpose of the variable name is it will represent the address of this particular memory. Okay, whatever the memory which we allocated for this particular area. So variable name is the exactly address of that particular area. Okay, now with the help of x variable, I can able to identify, okay, my particular memory is available here. Then in this one is there. That means one value we stored here in this particular memory. Okay, this is what actually happened whenever we write this particular statement. Integer x is equal to 1. Okay, similarly, suppose if I write string, okay, name is equals to Salesforce. Let's assume I have written like this. Then what will happen? So here, if we consider the syntax, so whatever we write first one is a data type, okay, integer data type, string data type. Then on the next thing, whatever we write, that is a variable. Variable is equal to, and after that, after equals to, on the right side, whatever we write, that is a value. So Salesforce value we are storing in at a name variable of type string. Okay, so what will happens in the backend means certain memory will be allocated whenever we declare with the string, and variable name will be a name. Variable name will be the name, and here Salesforce as a value will be saved. Okay, this is what actually happened. So this is the major benefit of data types. Okay, so in the Salesforce we have different kind of data types available. Salesforce data types documentation. Okay, and Salesforce people provided the documentation for each and every concept. Whenever you have any doubts, just open this document and check. Okay, so this is about the data types. So we are discussing about the primitive data types. So here, see here, we have boolean, blob. Okay, blob very rarely we use. Okay, boolean, date, date time, decimal, double, id, integer, long, object, string, time. Yes, only these are few data types that we will use in a real time. Okay, in real time also, what are the very frequently used data types are means boolean, date, date time, very rarely we use. Okay, decimal, yes, we will use for to storing amount kind of fields. Double, no, very rare we use. Id frequently we use. Integer we use. Long also very rarely we use. Object regularly we use. String very common. That's it. So these are few data types that we use in a real time. See here, integer is there. Integer is a 32-bit number that doesn't include any decimal points. So it won't accept any of the decimal points. And here it will store up to this value, from this value to this value. So minus 2147483648 to 2147483647. Okay, up to these values, it will be stored in a integer. Long means this is a 32-bit number and it is a 64-bit number. So what is this 3264 means? If you are from a CSE background, I think you can able to know about that 62-bit, 32 bits. So 8 bits considered as 1 byte, correct? And 8 bits means it is a combination of ones and zeros. So similarly here 32 bits value will be stored on the integer. 64 bits value will be stored on the long. Okay, object means here any data type that supported in Apex. Okay, we have different kind of objects, S objects, like account, contact, object, case, custom objects. So those kind of object, if you want to store, then yes, we can able to store on the object. Okay, so this is about the integer id. So each and every record, each and every data contains certain id. So if you want to store that id, so directly we have a predefined data type that is an id. So with this we can able to store the id. Okay, double, we won't use in real time. Decimal, yes, decimal is mostly used to store amount kind of values. Okay, so syntax is also same. Decimal, some amount is equal to certain amount value, whatever you want, just give that amount value. Okay, date time, or rarely we use date. But for the date we have different kind of methods available. Okay, date methods available. So just open this document and once check what are the different type of methods are available. See in the date, if I want to add any of the dates, then I need to use this particular method. If I want to add certain months, let's assume so today is 11/1, okay, January 11, okay. So now I want to add one more 1 month extra, okay, with today's date. That means I want Feb 11. Then I need to use this particular function. Or else if I want 1 year, then I want to go with this particular function. So similarly here we have plenty of features available. Just go through once and check. Okay. So now let's go to our code. Okay. So integer x is equal to 10. Now along with the data types, okay, we have to learn one more concept. That concept is called how to check the outputs. How to check the outputs. Okay, to check the outputs. Okay, I'll write here. How to check the output. Okay, how to check the output. So here I have written integer x is equals to 10. Okay, this is the line I have written. But now I want to check, okay, what is the value in the x. So I told you that 10 value is stored on the x, but I want to check here on the backend on the output. So how I can able to check that output means we have to use system.debug. So we have a syntax called system.debug. With the help of system.debug we can able to see what is the values available on that particular variables. Okay, x value is, okay, so this is a string. Okay, whatever you write in a string that will directly display onto the output. Now after that just simply put plus icon and click on x. Why? Because so in this x is a variable, so whatever the value is there on the x, that will be replaced with the value whenever we execute this one. Okay, so why I have written plus means, so this is a string, this is a string, and string value I want to concatenate with my variable. So on this time definitely we have to use plus symbol. Without this I'll get an error. Okay, so remember this one. Whenever we write any of the string, okay, any certain text, okay, with the text if I want to add any of the variables, then definitely I need to use plus symbol. Okay, now here we have a button called execute. Just click this execute, then you will get a log. See here log is generated, and here I can able to see certain logs. Debug only. Now here x value is 10. Got it? Control E. Yes, control E. Okay, I want to make it as side by side. Okay. Yes. So x value is 10. Okay, the value which I got. Now, so this is how we can able to see the outputs. Okay. Now let's do certain manipulation with the data types. String, string name is equal to Salesforce. Or else, okay, I'll write the name. Okay, course. Okay, string course is equals to Salesforce. Okay, this is the line I want to return. Now I want to see what is there inside of the course. So whatever you write here, that will be stored here in this course. Okay. Now if I want to see the output, system.debug. I am, okay, I will write properly. I am learning. Okay. Plus the course. Whatever the course. Okay, like this. I am learning course. Now let's click on execute. Log will be generated. Okay, it's taking some time. Okay, log generated. Debug only. See, I am learning Salesforce. Got it? I am letting Salesforce. Okay. So this is how we can able to manipulate with the data types. And we have, okay, decimal amount is equals to, let's assume certain, okay, I want to write like this. That means amount is 10,000. Okay, whenever we write at certain amounts, we will write in a decimal now. So that's why I have written like this. Okay, now, uh, okay, I want to write only one particular statement, system dot debug. Okay, okay, so here course plus fee is plus amount. I have written like this. Okay, just now, what will be the output here? So first, whenever this line executes, no, so on that time, the course will be replaced with the value. So course is a variable. So the variable will be replaced with the value. What is the value? Salesforce. Salesforce fee is then amount. What is there inside of the amount? 10,000. The 10,000 will be replaced. So that means what is the output what that we'll get? Salesforce fee is 10,000. Like this, we will get the output. Okay. Now I want to execute only these four lines. Okay. I want to execute only these four lines. So just select these four lines and here we have a button called execute highlighted. Execute highlighted. Then it will execute and we will get a log. Debug only. See, Salesforce fee is 10,000. Got it? Yes. So this is about the data types. Okay.